Alright guys, so this is it. It's my first video of a car that I've wanted to build for quite some time now. And we just picked one up from another NASA racer that's already semi-built to our class with a couple of adjustments. So I kind of envision what I want to do with it, but let's take a look. So taking vinyl off is clearly not as fun as putting it back on. And we're almost there. No, I'm not kidding anybody. We're not even close to being done. I guess it's time for a quick update. As you can see, we took the carbon fiber roof off. We took a lot of stuff out of the car. 75 pounds of ballast, some sound deadening on the firewall, a couple other bits that we took out just to get as light as possible. Obviously all the decals are off, so it's like a clean slate. This wing is bolted right to the very edge of the trunk, and I think the idea was, since it overlays a little bit, that it would come down and gain some support from the quarter panel, but I'm not really a big fan of that. I don't like the way it looks, so I'm probably gonna redo that. I spent the last hour trying to figure out whether I'm even gonna fit. The distance between the pedals and the steering wheel was a problem, combined with I can't get the seat far back enough because of the halo that is pressed up against the roll bar here. So normally I like a seat that pitches back because it actually brings the front of the seat up and it supports underneath my knees. It's just quite comfortable. But the issue here is I can't get that lean, therefore I'm too close to the steering wheel, and my legs were too close to the steering wheel as well. So I came up with clearance the floor so I can put that seat as low as possible, about another ½ an inch, which allowed that seat to come back just a little bit. These bolts right here hold the steering column to the bracket, and there was a shim in between the two. I was trying to get every millimeter possible to get the steering wheel to come up and the seat to go down and back, but I think it's enough. I finally sat in it and it looks like it just might be, just barely, but it might be enough. The next project, I'm gonna get that harness out. I'm gonna clip all those zip ties, and I have a dashboard inside that box, and Nico's gonna help me. Right, Nico? Yes, sir. Say hi. Pretty good shape, and actually what's really cool is the dashboard harness looks like it's all intact and I don't see any cuts anywhere, so that's gonna make our life a lot easier. I mean a whole lot easier. otherwise I think it's gonna disconnect somewhere from here, right here. This will all go away, and then I'll have to find a new place to ground everything. So I hit a little bit of a snag. I had the dashboard all the way in. I was excited that it came with the dash harness, so I wouldn't have to mess with it. And then I went to install the AP1 cluster and realized, uh-oh, the connectors are different for the AP2 cluster versus the AP1. So I had to remove the AP2 dash harness. So that's what that is over there. And luckily, the car did come with the AP1 harness. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fish this through into the dash. There are a few little points where it clips to, which I tried to be gentle and not hurt those clips, so we should be okay. So I'm working on the dash to finish everything up, and just from curiosity, I took the cluster out, if I can get it out, and I placed my Aim MXG in this area, and it's really quite surprising how nicely this fits right in here. So I don't have the front dash panel yet, so I don't know how large the opening is or where it's gonna center, but I'm gonna try to create some brackets to hold this in place. I might give it a little pitch, so it's got like that stock angle that the OEM cluster has, and I'll see if this fits, because if it does, I mean, this is fantastic. That fits like a glove. You can pretty much see here, the two are relatively similar in size. When you consider that the display is only from here to about there, that's about the same height as the original cluster. So if lucky, this might actually work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see the shift light up top, but maybe I can adjust it a bit down and see if I can cram it in there. All right, guys, so that's it for this weekend. The dashboard is in. The AIM display dash data logger is also in. It's not wired up yet, but at least the display is there. And it's in a really good point too. So this is about where my head is, so I can see the entire display. Another thing is I'm pointing to the ECU where it usually is in my other car, but ECU is down here in the S2000, but I'm waiting for a Haltech standalone, so we can get this thing base map and get it started, and we're gonna get it tuned shortly after. But still waiting on a few parts. We have a splitter that I need to make, also the splitter brackets. What else is coming in? I know there's a few items coming in. Oh yeah, obviously the panel here for the gauge cluster. That's all good, that's already here. I just didn't have time to install it yet, but I gotta probably make a cutout a larger cutout for this AIM dash. Yeah, until next week. Looks like we made a good progress, and I can't wait. One more thing I want to add, getting in and out of this car is extremely difficult. Yeah, look at that. I got long legs, so I can't even get my foot in between the bar and the dash here. So I gotta like pull myself up. There's not a lot of space between. Look at this. Halo, hardtop, steering wheel. I mean, luckily the steering wheel does come out, but I mean, it gives you a little bit more room, but it just looks really funny when I try to get out of here. Maybe I'll shoot a video of myself doing it. I gotta practice emergency exits anyway, so they're not gonna be pretty, but I'll figure out how to get out of here quick.